In the glossy world of modern boxing, where bravado, brilliance, and billion-dollar dreams collide, few names shine brighter than Devin "The Dream" Haney. At just 26 years old, Haney stands as one of the most talented and polarizing figures in combat sports, a technician in the ring, a showman outside it, and a young man navigating fame under the bright, merciless lights of Las Vegas. As of now, Haney's estimated net worth stands at around $7 million, a reflection of lucrative fight purses, endorsement deals, and a taste for the finer things in life, from Rolls-Royces to sleek penthouse living. Some speculative reports once pushed the figure toward $20 million, but those closer to his camp estimate a more grounded, yet still impressive, seven-figure fortune. Yet beyond the cars, cameras, and controversy, Devin Haney's story is one of persistence. A boy who turned pain into purpose, a dreamer who fought his way from Oakland's gym floors to the global stage. Early life. Devin Miles Haney was born on November 17, 1998, in San Francisco, California, to Bill Haney and April Clay. The Bay Area raised him, but it was Las Vegas that would make him. From the start, his destiny seemed to be written in the rhythm of his fists. His father, Bill, was no ordinary parent. Part mentor, part manager, part motivator. Bill saw in his son what few parents dare to see, potential so raw it could reshape a sport. Together, they were inseparable, not just father and son, but coach and protege, architect and blueprint. Haney's childhood wasn't one of privilege. He grew up in Oakland, surrounded by the echoes of struggle and survival, but his father's vision kept him grounded. When other kids were chasing toys, Devin was chasing titles. At just 7 years old, he stepped into a boxing gym for the first time, small gloves on his hands, and a look of quiet determination that would later become his signature. By 14, the Haneys made a bold decision that would change everything. They packed their bags and moved to Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world. It was a gamble, but like every great story, it was a risk worth taking. School was part of his journey, but boxing soon became his true education. Under the neon lights of Las Vegas, Devin honed his craft with the discipline of a scholar and the heart of a warrior. He dominated the amateur circuit, collecting over 130 wins and only 8 losses, often facing opponents several years older and stronger. College? That wasn't the plan. While most teenagers were studying for exams, Haney was studying footwork, angles, and timing, the physics of pugilism. His classroom was the ring. His textbooks were gloves. His graduation was the sound of the bell. Personal life. Despite his fame and fortune, Devin Haney's personal life remains as complex as any of his fights. Controlled chaos, shaped by ambition, faith, and the relentless scrutiny of public life. Haney is a devout Muslim, a faith he openly embraces. In interviews, he often attributes his composure and discipline to his spirituality, saying Allah's the perfect planner. Everything happens for a reason. His belief system gives him a moral compass in a sport that often rewards arrogance over humility. When it comes to love and family, Haney's journey has been public and, at times, painful. In January 2025, he reportedly welcomed a daughter with Lena Syed, a model and entrepreneur. What began as a joyful chapter soon became complicated by legal and emotional battles. Lena filed allegations of abuse. Haney countered with lawsuits claiming defamation and extortion. The story flooded sports tabloids, turning his private life into public spectacle. Haney rarely discusses these matters, but those close to him say fatherhood has changed him. Beneath the fighter's swagger lies a man learning the weight of responsibility, not just to the sport, but to his child, his faith, and his name. Outside the ring, Haney has shown an entrepreneurial flair. He's founded Devin Haney Promotions, taking control of his fight negotiations early in his career, an uncommon move for a fighter in his 20s. It was a business-savvy step modeled after Floyd Mayweather, a boxer Haney both admired and trained under in his teenage years. He's also ventured into fashion, jewelry, and lifestyle branding, but boxing remains his heartbeat. Everything else, he often says, is extra rounds. Professional career. The early rounds, 2015 to 2018. At 17 years old, when most kids are finishing high school, Devin Haney turned professional. Because of U.S. age restrictions, his early fights took place in Tijuana, Mexico, where he fought grown men twice his age. Those fights forged his toughness, not just physical, but mental. Each bout in Mexico was a lesson in survival, a reminder that talent means little without grit. When Haney returned to the U.S. a few years later, he was no longer a boy wonder. He was a seasoned fighter in a young man's body. Rise to glory, 2019 to 2022. Haney's rise was meteoric. In 2019, he captured the WBC interim lightweight title by defeating Zorab Dulev. When Vasily Lomachenko was elevated to franchise champion, Haney became the full WBC champion, a controversial move that drew criticism from purists but cemented his status among the elites. He silenced doubters in the ring, outclassing veterans like Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, Jorge Linares, and Joseph Diaz Jr. His sharp jab and defensive wizardry earned him the nickname The Dream, a nod not just to his ambitions, but to the almost dreamlike smoothness of his style. Then came June 5, 2022, in Melbourne, Australia, a night that changed everything. Haney faced George Kambosos Jr., the reigning unified champion. Against all odds, in front of a hostile crowd of 40,000 fans, Devin boxed with surgical precision, winning a 12-round unanimous decision and becoming the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, the youngest four-belt champion in the modern era. He defended the title again in October 2022, leaving no doubt. The kid from Oakland was now on top of the world. The move up 2023 to 2024. In 2023, Haney moved up to super lightweight, 140 pounds, to challenge Regis Prograis. On December 9, 2023, he delivered a masterclass, dropping Prograis early and outboxing him for 12 rounds to claim the WBC super lightweight title. He had done it again, a world champion in 2 divisions before the age of 26. But boxing is never without drama. In April 2024, Haney faced Ryan Garcia, a bout billed as one of the most anticipated showdowns of the year. Garcia won by majority decision, seemingly handing Haney his first loss. Yet days later, news broke that Garcia had tested positive for Ostarine, a banned performance enhancer. The fight was ruled a no contest, preserving Haney's undefeated record. "I fought someone on PEDs," Haney said after the scandal. "But I'm still standing. You can't cheat heart." The comeback and 2025 campaign. In May 2025, Haney returned to the ring against Jose Ramirez, dominating over 12 rounds. It was less about proving to others that he was back, and more about proving it to himself. His record as of October 2025 stands at 32 wins, 0 losses, and 1 no contest. He remains the face of a new generation of disciplined, intelligent boxers, fighters who rely on craft, not chaos. Haney's style is pure chess, calm, cerebral, patient. He's not a knockout artist, he's a tactician. His jab is a scalpel, his defense a shield, his composure unshakable. As some critics call him too cautious, others call him the future of boxing. Love him or hate him, everyone in the sport knows. When Devin Haney steps into the ring, you're watching a masterclass in precision. House tour and car collection. Success has its symbols, and Haney wears his proudly. House tour. In Las Vegas, nestled among the city's gleaming desert hills, sits Haney's luxurious mansion, sleek lines, glass walls, and a panoramic view of the Strip. Inside, the decor reflects the fighter's dual nature, disciplined yet extravagant. There's a private gym, art-covered walls, a pool that glows at night, and a collection of luxury watches that could rival a jewelry store. Friends say he often hosts small gatherings where rap and R&B fill the air, but Haney himself remains calm, sipping green juice, analyzing fight tapes, or quoting verses from the Quran. His home is both a sanctuary and a statement, a reminder of how far he's come. Car collection. Haney's garage is a dream in itself, a shrine to speed, power, and craftsmanship. Among his prized possessions, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, his favorite SUV, often seen in his Instagram posts. Lamborghini Urus, a white beast that reflects his fighter's edge. Mercedes-Maybach S580, luxury redefined. Corvette C8 Stingray, a nod to American muscle. Mercedes-AMG G63, rugged yet elegant, like the man himself. And Range Rover SV Autobiography, pure sophistication. For Haney, cars are more than toys. They're trophies, milestones marking every victory and every fight that brought him closer to his dreams. In an alternate universe, Devin Haney might have been a college athlete, maybe leading a university boxing program, balancing books with bruises. But in this reality, the ring was his only campus. He never attended college in the traditional sense. His education was self-made. His degree? Earned in sweat and sacrifice. His thesis? How to outthink, outmove, and outlast anyone standing across from him. If anything, Haney represents a different kind of academic, the kind who studies greatness with the same intensity others study algebra. As of today, Devin Haney is alive, healthy, and still writing his story. The cause of death doesn't exist, though some might say the death of complacency is what keeps him alive. He trains like a man chasing immortality. Devin Haney's life is far from a closed chapter. It's a book still being written in sweat, ink, and glory. He's not the loudest nor the flashiest, but he's among the most disciplined fighters of his era. From a young boy in Oakland to the undisputed lightweight king of the world, Haney's journey has been about control. Control of a ring, control of his destiny, and control of his image. But life outside the ropes continues to test him. Fame, fatherhood, and the fickle nature of fortune. As he stands on the edge of boxing greatness, Haney embodies the balance between faith and fight, discipline and dream. He once said, "I don't chase people, I chase purpose." And as of 2025, the dream is still chasing, not just opponents, but legacy.